Stop number 19 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to New Hampshire International Speedway, otherwise known as the Magic Mile. It's the running of the Sylvaina 300 as we get set for some great racing on this 1.058 mile racetrack. On the pole for today's event, it's car number 3, Ann Batson. I believe it's her first pole, of the season. She's on the pole for today's event, 133 miles an hour. Alongside of her, it's Mayonnaise, Charles Jackson, alongside of number 5, Levi Garrett Chevrolet. Row 2 has number 66, Joshua Balkin, the winner at Riverside this season. He'll be flanked by Keith Batson, car 28, the Texaco Haviland Ford. Then it's two-time winner this season, Mike Becker, car 43, the King Richard Petty STP Pontiac. And he'll be alongside the number 24, DuPont Chevrolet of Cole Dally in car number 24. Row number 4, inside of row number 4, in car number 4, the Kodak Film Chevrolet, it's Joshua Collard. And he'll be alongside the number 18 Interstate Batteries Chevrolet of Preston Plord. This car, by the way, won last season with Ian Dutta behind the wheel. We'll see what happens with Preston driving this season. Row 5 has Sean Galligan, Yoshi, car 17, the Tide Chevrolet, and alongside of him, Kyle Sosnowski, car number 7, the Hooters Ford. And here comes the command to fire him up here at New Hampshire.
Drivers, start your engines!
And getting the party engines, that's except for racing here today. Row number 6, inside of row number 6, in car number 6, has Brody Talley in the number 6 Strolight Ford, and alongside of him, Michael Norman, number 94 Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. Then it's Dalton Day, car 20, inside row number 7, and alongside of him will be Trent Dunham in car number 1. And here comes the pace car off on the pit road as the green flag waves. We're now beginning the second half of season 12. As the green flag waves, we're underway at New Hampshire. Front two drivers have yet to get a win this season. Ann Batson has not won since the season 11 Pepsi 400. A full season ago. And she usually has never run well at New Hampshire, but she hopes to reverse that trend. Charles Jackson now goes in the second position, Mayonnaise. And battle for third between Joshua Balkin and Keith Batson, as Ann Batson will lead the first lap of the event. Balkin now takes third position away. Keith Batson now gets shoved up the track by Mike Becker, car number 43. Becker having a pretty good season so far with 2 wins. He had just one win last season that came at Riverside. This season he's won not only at Becker won at Dover this season as well as the Aaron 29 at Talladega. There's Joshua Carter having one of his best runs this season. He's running in 6th position right now in car number 4. Now in a battle with his buddy Sean Galligan, car 17. And now we got problems on the front stretch. And it's Chris Dalton, car 33. It's spun. And Ann Batson will win respect to the start-finish line. And Dalton will just hold off the challenge of Kevin Shearer in the number 90 car. And that is a no-no at New Hampshire, going 4 wide, coming out of turn number 4. Seth Cole, Joshua Osborne, Zed Weinstein, and Chris Dalton. And apparently Osborne thought he was clear of Weinstein, and then of course he got spun. And Osborne and Dalton both take a little pop in the wall. Dalton, I think he's got just minimal damage to his number 33 car. And I think Osborne does too. Either one not very hard hits, but so really no harm, no foul for either driver. Although it does send him to the back of the pack. Pace cars lights are off as we get set for green flag racing. We'll have it on lap number 8. It will be Ann Batson leading the race. Second is the 60s. Second is Charles Jackson. Third is Joshua Balkin. Mike Becker's in 4th position. 5th is Keith Batson. 6th, Joshua Collard. 7th is Sean Galligan. 8th, Cole Daly. 9th, Brody Talley. In 10th position is Preston Plord. As the green flag waves, we're back underway here at New Hampshire. Joshua Balkin now makes a move to the inside of Charles Jackson. As now here comes Keith Batson. Now he's on the inside lane trying to get past Mike Becker. As they head off in the 3rd turn now here, and battle going on right between Brody Talley and Cole Daly. Daly trying to get a shove from Preston Plord, number 18. Meanwhile, Dalton Day makes the move. And you remember back last season, it was Dalton Day who got robbed of a victory by Ian Dutta coming to the yellow flag, or coming to the yellow and white flags. Dalton had dominated the whole race. That was until Ian Dutta made a run for it, coming to the yellow and white flags, and Dutta beat him back to the line. But now it's deja vu, except now this time with Preston Plord driving the 18 machine. And Plord now stuck up on the high side. Dalton takes the spot away. And now Dylan Poteet does the same thing as he's gotten past Kyle Sosnowski. Battle going on just outside the top 10. Poteet right now running in 12th. Keith Batson making a run for it. Car number 18, the Texaco Haviland Ford. The Batsons... Keith having one of his best seasons in a long time. He's currently right now 6th in the standings coming in. Hoping to get his long-awaited elusive first championship for the Batson Doobie team. Of course, this car has Roush Yates horsepower under the hood of the Texaco Haviland Ford, so we know he's got big horsepower under the hood of that under the hood of his '89 Thunderbird. Of course, the car his wife Ann drives has RCR Earnhardt Childers horsepower under the hood of her machine. As her car, a 1990 Chevy Lumina, she's driving. Of course, the Batson and Doobie team, they're currently got also in construction Busch Grand National cars. It's going to be for the up-and-coming Busch Grand National series. It's going to be coming up maybe sometime soon, I should say, in this series. That's a big announcement as far as a new series is concerned. It's still in the works, but as far as what tracks to run and what have you. But we do know that it'll be Ann and Keith in the same numbers in the Busch Grand National Series, except Keith has a sponsor with Mac Tools on his '94 Thunderbird. And Ann will be driving this very same paint scheme in the Busch Grand National Series herself. But right now, she's leading the race here at New Hampshire as we're almost halfway through. Joshua Balkin keeping it close in 2nd position right now. Balkin looking for a 2nd win of the season. Keith Batson remains 3rd. Charles Jackson's in 4th position. 5th, Sean Galligan. 6th, Mike Becker. Cole Daly is in 7th. 8th now it belongs to Dalton Day as he gets by Joshua Collard. And actually Collard's going to get passed again by Brody Talley in the 6th. So Collard on the high side now in the 4 car. Collard in his first season driving for Morgan McClure Racing, as he now gets passed by Brody Talley, and now has the battle from Kyle Sosnowski in the 7. Meanwhile, Preston Plord also losing some spots, or actually gains a spot here from Dylan Poteet. Trent Dunham right behind. Dunham runs in the, let's see what he's at this time by. He's in a battle with P.J. Williams in the 15. Brian Judge is up there, one of the impressive rookies in the field this season. Michael Norman is up there, 75, Charles Rodriguez, the 9 of Jessica Shelton. And Dunham right now being clocked in the 14th position right now. So solid run so far for Dunham. Like I said, Brian Judge up there, Jessica Shelton right behind him in the 9. Shelton, of course, the championship. Shelton had previously lost the points lead to Sean Galligan after a race at Daytona. But of course, Galligan up ahead of her in the points, up ahead of her in this race right now. Shelton right now in 17th. Check and see where the rest of them's running right now. So we're now heading into the late stages of the event. Seth Cole and Dylan Young way back in the back, as well as Chris Dalton and Joshua Osborne for the veterans back there. And make that another one with William Duncan, another one with Zed Weinstein as well. So some veterans not having a good day here at the Magic Mile. No magic for them, obviously, but a lot of magic so far for Ann Batson. She's led every lap so far, but Joshua Balkin is not letting her get far ahead. He is closing in on Batson right now. As we come down for 11 laps remaining, there'll be 10 to go when next time by. Balkin's got a strong horse. The last thing I think Batson wants to see right now is a yellow flag, probably. But Balkin all over that back end. Chevy in the lead, Pontiac in second, a Ford in third, and a pair of Chevrolets fourth and fifth with Charles Jackson and Sean Galligan. And now Galligan dives underneath Charles Jackson for position, and let's see what happens in turn number 1. Galligan sticks his nose underneath, but Jackson shuts the door on Sean Galligan, and now Cole Daly follows his teammate Sean Galligan, both for Hendrick Motorsports. But meanwhile, Daly's trying to get past the King Richard Petty 43 of Mike Becker. Becker right now runs in 6th position, Daly in 7th. And that battle's still going on right now. Balkin is a little bit faster than his Batson. Batson at 131.916. Balkin at 131.980. So the last piece are this time by again. Coming out of corner number 4, Batson this time by clocked in at 131.861. Balkin at 131.834. So those two, for all intents and purposes, pretty even, but Keith Batson, he's the quickest of the 3 at 132.016, so he is closing in on Balkin right now. And he hopes also to get a 1-2 Batson finish, just like the Season 6 Colt 600, where Keith won the race and Ann finished 2nd. And again, Keith the faster of the 3 cars. But Ann faster than Balkin right now, 131.94 to 131.88. This time by will be 6 laps to go. Balkin dives underneath of Ann Batson, but Batson again shuts the door on him. Lap car, Kev Shearer. Shearer makes Shearer up on the high side now, and tries to make the move on the inside. And Balkin, is he going to get hung up? No, he will not. In fact, he uses the draft off of Shearer's car. Let's see what the last two scored this time by. Batson, I feel, has pulled ahead just a little bit. In fact, she did 131.41 to 131.12. As we got now 5 laps to go here at the Magic Mile. Keith Batson watching all from behind in 3rd. Charles Jackson remains 4th. 5th remains Sean Galligan. Then it's Mike Becker, Cole Daly, Dalton Day, Bertie Talley, and now Kyle Sosnowski takes 10th away from Joshua Collard. And Collard also about to be passed by his buddy Dylan Poteet for the 11th position. 3 laps to go for car number 3, Ann Batson, who's had just a miserable season this season. Going into this event, she was, in fact, I think she was dead last in points coming into New Hampshire. So if she wins, this is going to be a big help. And as far as the points are concerned, Joshua Balkin's still second. He's trying to find any weakness out of Batson right now. But so far it's been of to no avail, as we now have 2 laps remaining in the race. But on the other hand, Balkin's got another problem. It's Keith Batson. He's trying to make a move on him, but top 3 spots has been kind of status quo at this point. But here we go, I'm up in the 3rd turn now. The white flag will be waving for Ann Batson, car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. White flag waves. She won twice last season at the Pepsi 400 at Daytona, which was her last win. She also won at Las Vegas that same season, but she's not won yet here in season 12. That may change in about 2 more turns. They come off in the 3rd turn now. Balkin still trying to make one last-ditch effort, but it will not happen. Coming out of corner number 4 they come. In the Sylvaina 300 belongs to car number 3. Ann Batson wins at New Hampshire. Joshua Balkin just ruins a 1-2 Batson finish here. He finishes 2nd. Keith was 3rd, so Balkin in a middle of a Batson sandwich. Charles Jackson Mayonnaise comes home 4th, and 5th will go to Sean Galligan. So, relatively incident-free event in some ways here. Average speed 110.797, but it's Ann Batson who finally gets her first win of the season. 2nd position, we gave you the top 5 already. Mike Becker finishes in 6th. Cole Dally was 7th. 8th position will go to Dalton Day. 9th, Birdie Talley. 10th position was Kyle Sosnowski. Dylan Poteet, 11th. Trent Dunham, 12th. So Poteet and Dunham continuing their solid runs. Joshua Card slipped to 13th after starting in the top 10 rather. Brian Judge, 14th. Preston Plord, 15th. Jessica Shelton moves up to 16th after her 23rd starting spot. Zachary Fitzwater, 17th. And PJ Williams, Kyle Matthews, and Charlie Rodriguez at top 20. And we take you down further in the order. No cars out of the race, which is kind of uncommon. In their last few seasons at New Hampshire, we've had some wild we've had crash fests, but not this time we didn't. It's been a rather quiet race. But a big win definitely for Ann Batson, car number 3. She takes the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet to victory lane at New Hampshire International Speedway. Her first win of the season, so we had the Pocono next for the Farmers Insurance 400. And here's your points right now. Sean Galligan remains the leader by 45 now over Jessica Shelton. Brian Judge in 3rd. Keith Batson 4th now in the points chase after a big run for him. Dylan Poteet up to 5th place. Johnny Gardner 6th. Trent Dunham 7th. Preston Plord 8th. Henrietta Fitzwater 9th. And Birdie Talley is in 10th position. So right now Brian Judge is the top running rookie right now in the points as of now. Here. On down to Zachary Fitzwater, who's 20th in the points chase right now. And Ann Batson now no longer in the basement because of that win. She's, 37th in the points. But there's the rest of the running order right now in the points chase as we had the Pocono Raceway, the next up on the tour. The Farmers Insurance 400. Don't miss it.